Hey folks, Daily Landsblog here. Got a couple of big things to talk to you about. Things that I've realized over the past couple of...
Hello, Michael, do you ever stop talking?
Sean!
You never stop talking.
Hey, it's Sean Miller. I actually was gonna... I was gonna do a couple of topics. I kind of forgot you were there. How you doing, buddy?
Not surprised. Story of my life.
Well, that's depression speaking. See, that's the voice of depression.
Everyone forgets about me. This is symbolic depression right here.
So Sean, to reintroduce him, Sean is my buddy, and Sean has struggled for 20 years, off and on with depression. He's had some successful treatments, but for the last 2 years, maybe, see, Brando's in on the act too. For the last 2 years, you have not found anything that really worked. Is that correct?
Exactly. It's been a really tough, as I've said before, 2 years where, about, a year and a half pretty much, where things just didn't work. Everything that was working stopped working, and the depression just got so much worse, and the anxiety, and as you know, I love life, so it was completely a chemical disarray in my brain.
That's actually a really good way to put it. And you are now in Tampa, and you're there because other stuff didn't work. Like you have over the course of the past 20 years, you've tried tons of medications, correct?
Yeah, I've tried about 15 different medications over the years and then come off them, which has been really hard, and gone on them. I've tried deep brain stimulation, which worked incredibly well for a little while, and then it stopped working. I've even had ECT, which was crazy. I think I regret it in some ways because it did nothing. But what I'm finding is what's wrong with me potentially might not be in that realm. It might be something very different.
So you as an opportunity to find something and try something that you hadn't done before, you drove down a week ago to this clinic in Tampa, correct?
Yeah, I was pretty desperate, and I come off all the medications because I wondered if they were even making things worse. I turned off this deep brain stimulator, and I'd been reading. I mean, as you know, as you probably did as well, you've told me, where you research, you just get obsessed with what is wrong with me. And I read all about a totally different way of treating this issue, and I found, I'd had a positive Lyme test years ago, and also I found when I was in moldy homes, I felt not well, and I've come down here to realize that I've got a sort of a severe sort of mold issue, a mold toxicity, and Lyme disease. So I'm here to treat that.
And this is a treatment that really is kind of it's not finite. They don't tell you, okay, well, it's a week or it's a month or it's 2 months. You don't know, and that uncertainty and the fact that you are in Tampa, that has to make you feel. I'm not putting words in your mouth. We've already obviously talked about it, but really isolated.
Yeah, no, I mean it's hard. First of all, it's 120 degrees outside. It which symbolizes kind of how I feel. I just feel trapped. Like I feel lonely. I miss all my family, all my friends. Everyone's in Toronto. There's a lot of really sick people here, and in some ways, it's helpful to be around other people struggling, and there's a great community, which is really nice, but it's scary because there's no guarantee how long it's going to take to get better, and talking to you helps definitely, like hugely, and have my friends call me, and it's just important to have connection because you start to think you just don't know what's going on in your brain. So.
Well, let's continue this discussion tomorrow. How about that? And
sure.
Awesome. I think people are, like you have searched for and you have found some hope. And there's no guarantees with it, but hope is what people need, because when you do the same thing day after day and don't change anything, you become really hopeless. So, a couple of things.
I do feel lucky. I feel lucky that I found this. So, the upside of it is I found something that I think is really going to make a difference, and I've been able to have this opportunity, which a lot of people don't. So that's a positive for sure.
Okay.
And I get to talk to Michael Landsblog every day. So that's you got to pay the price.
Yeah, so maybe you make this whole thing up, and you're just doing this because you want to talk to Michael Landsblog every day, because I'm not even sure you're in Tampa, because that's not a guy with much of a tan. And you talked about the deep brain stimulation, turning it off. I don't see any wires coming from your head. So, Sean Miller, great to see you smiling. It's the Daily Landsblog with your daily dose of Sean Miller, 24 hours a day, 364 days a year. We are here because we want you to know, as is the case with Sean, it gets pretty lonely.
Thanks, buddy.